my last question about this show was about Gene Simmons. One of my favorite parts of the show was you singing Deuce with Gene. And I thought it was really cool that he was there because unlike, everybody else on stage, he was a contemporary of Bond. They toured together, they did shows together. What did he say to you about all this when you invited him to be on the bill? And did he know Bond? Did he have any Bond stories?
Oh yeah, he knew Bond. They brought him out on tour,
Yeah.
and he was one of the early AC/DC freaks. He saw him in London, and was like, "We got to have these guys tour with us."
Yeah.
I will tell you this right now. Gene Simmons, to tell you what that guy means to me is I could talk for 2 hours.
Yeah.
There's two bands. It's Kiss and it's AC/DC. That really is the reason I'm probably still alive, because I wanted to play music. And without that, I don't have any other fucking skill, what am I going to do? I worked construction. I was, a framer. I was a laborer. I was a landscaper, just shit jobs. The only jobs you could get with long hair. Because
Oh,
back then, if you had long hair, you
right.
couldn't get a job,
Yeah, man.
So when I hit up Nick Simmons, who is a friend of mine, and Gene is a friend also. He has done the podcast and he comes to the Comedy Store. And whenever I see him, he is fucking dynamite. And I think he is definitely misunderstood, mostly because, either people don't like Kiss or they do like Kiss, and then they have a problem with something he does, like, oh, he's just in it for the money or whatever. But I'll tell you what, the guy has all the money in the world. And when Nick asked him to do it, he goes, I'll do it. And I can't even tell you what that meant to me. Now, Gene was originally going to play two Kiss songs, two AC/DC songs and a Kiss song. And we were gonna have him play Sin City, So in the
Oh,
middle, he could
wow.
do bump, dump, 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 dum. But towards the week before, he called me and he goes, "I don't think I can do it because they're in the middle of getting that hologram show,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and he had to fly out to see the test of this stuff." And so he's like, I'm going to be out of town. I fly in on the day of the gig, so I won't be able to rehearse. And I don't even think I can make sound check because I get to LAX at 3:30, and then I don't know. So then I go, oh fuck, and not a big deal. We could, Mike Inez knows all the songs inside and out. Which, by the way, Mike Inez is the greatest fucking band member ever. Just always like, this is great, and he's in the same mindset as me. So I called Mike and said, Gene's out, and somebody of that magnitude, it's always kind of a maybe.
Yep.
But then Nick calls me and goes, hey, man, what time should we be there? And I go, oh, no, your dad called me. He said he can't make it. He goes, what? Let me call you right back. So he calls me back. He goes, I'm going to pick him up at LAX and we'll just drive straight to the gig. And he goes, he wants to set his guitar player down and we'll just do Deuce. And I go, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. We had rehearsed Deuce the night before. And, that's fine. We just moved the other two songs to Mike Inez. And so Gene shows up like at 7, comes in. We're like, oh my God, he's here. And no sound check, none of us. He puts on the bass. It's time for Gene. My surprise to him was the Alive 2 photo.
Yeah.
behind us, Giant, which I think is the greatest rock photo of all time.
Yeah.
And he comes out, and I literally had kind of tears in my eyes because I was like, this is Gene Simmons, and we're celebrating Bon Scott, the two gods to me. And then we broke into Deuce, and I was losing my mind, and so was Billy Rowe, because Billy and I, we bonded when we first met over Kiss. We met at Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil at the Warfield tour, and we loved Kiss, and we bonded over that. We went to the, he saw him in '77. I saw him in '79 on the Dynasty tour, but we went to the Creatures of the Night tour with Motley opening. So, we're like Kiss guys, Gorman, Kiss guy,
Oh yeah.
Mike Inez, Kiss guy. So, and then to have Nick and Nick up there singing backgrounds, it was just this beautiful family thing. Jerry Cantrell singing backgrounds, a couple of my best friends, Jeff Fletcher up there singing backgrounds, and John, they play in Wonder Bread 5. These are guys that I've known for 35 years. So everybody up there just singing, and Gene up there, it was it I can't even describe what it meant to me.
Well, we could tell, like the energy on the stage was so great. And,
Yeah.
I know you've talked about this, but like for a successful concert, like the audience needs the energy on stage to be great so they can be great and vice versa. And just the energy you guys had the whole night was just fantastic. It was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, me to get to do the Paul part. Do it. You know, it's just like the point. Do
Right.
it.